Thanks for watching. Got some metal detecting for you in this video. We're going to be starting out at a 1903 permission. Then we're going to move on to an older property, 1820s. That's really old. It's the oldest local property I've ever dug. I'm sure it's been detected before. Maybe they left us something. So come along with me. Maybe we'll find a little bit of history in some of these holes. We're going to listen to some music along the way. Listen to some tunes from the Pressley Girls. Hope you enjoy this one.
Talking about life with you made me feel understood, and I would trade everything for another day if I could. It's funny how love can be, even when it's gonna end. You still follow it through the dark and around the bend. Sometimes love happens fast and it's hard to make it last, and it's easy to laugh and it's easy to talk, but it's hard when it ends in a walk. As you walk me to the end of the road to say goodbye.
All right, guys, brand new permission. A 1903 house with a fairly good sized yard. Pretty trashy. Right there is the first signal. First diggable signal. Ooh, look at that. I have always wanted to dig across. Didn't expect it to be a keychain. That's a bucket lister for me. I said, Lord, I talk about you all the time. Why can't you let me dig across? And look at there. Look at that. I believe that with all my heart. That's an excellent find. Just thought it was going to be some old keys. Off to a good start. All right, just up the hill from the keys and the cross, some sort of music box reed, not harmonica, but oh, you guys know what I'm talking about. Squeeze box, squeeze organ. Still can't think of the right name. Anyway, it's a reed. All right, got a wheat cent on the board. 1945 looks like. Pretty toasty though. Very cool. If it's not some sort of fitting, I believe I've got myself another old brass ring. Oh. Look at that. Oops. I know they're not gold or silver, but I sure do love finding them. Very nice. I'll try to clean it up a little bit, but there ain't going to be much to show there. Cool find. All right, guys. This is not the desired area to be looking for artifacts. You can see the leaves have fallen, and I cannot believe what I just found. I'm metal detecting, and this is all I was going to be doing today. But even while I'm detecting, here's a little burn pile somebody had. I'm still just, I don't know, just looking for the barest of spots. You just glance over them, and something caught my eye. Right over here. You see that dirt poking through there? Right up on top, just as proud as a peacock, was that. This is so cool looking. Look at that. I mean, I don't know what was going on there, but That's crazy. Had to have been like a knife. I mean, it's definitely worked over on this edge here. I guess they were trying to work around that fracture there. Look at that. I love the base on that thing. Wish it had a tip, but let's see. You know, even the tip is rounded over. It did lose a little bit on the end there. That's a cool artifact, just sitting right there in that dirt. Can't believe that. I'll take it any way that they want to come, though. Well, that was my first complete file, and I broke it just as slick as can be. Well, not like I was going to keep that one for display anyway, though. All right, guys, back to this 1903 permission. And I can't say the ground is wet, but it did soften it a little bit. You know what, and I'll take that. And I found something cool. Did want to show you something real quick if I can do it without showing the surrounding scenery. Here we go. Look at the size of this tree. It's like easily 6.5 feet across at the base. Big old sucker. All right. So I switched to the small coral because, well, just listen. Ooh. I may have missed something on the plug here. I'll have to check that one, but you can hear the amount of iron. Tons. So, small coral really helps. And I've dug a few clad pennies, but I just popped that. Check that out. Little toy gun. I love finding those. All right, let's see what else that little coil will pop up. 5 wheat cent. Second 45 wheat cent I've dug. It's the only little coin so far. Huh, y'all hear that? Huge flock of birds just landed in that tree. Check it out. I think I got a dog tag. Dog license. Gonna have to work on that one, see if we can get something. Yeah, there's something coming off of it right there. Let me rub it on a minute, see if we can get a date to pop out. Looks like a 1961 model. Always love finding them though. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you this one. Here is the old house. It's called the Addington Mill, and it goes back to the 1820s. You see the fireplaces on both sides. That's a replica mill house out there in the field. But I've been through here a little bit detecting. I can tell you right now it's been detected very hard, which isn't surprising over the years. But I was just going to show you a little bit more of the property. Look at that huge old cedar tree. And then right back here in the back was a creamery. That's what that little building is. Got a pond on the property. And I'm just going to be quiet and let you look. It is a pretty old place. The original house, well, didn't come much past beyond that chimney. Everything else has been added on. And we walked past one other thing I wanted to show you. Right there in the middle of that deck he said is a hand-dug well. We're gonna take a look down it. All right, there's inside the well. Still got the old water in it. That is very cool. All right, guys, I'm inside the home here, and I want you to look at these original log walls. This is chestnut, and what's weird about this, I've never seen it before. Every bit of chestnut that I've ever seen around old homes has wormholes. They call it wormy chestnut, and it was because of a blight that killed all the American chestnut. Just to show you the age of this place, there are no wormholes. So this was pre-blight, and look at the size of some of these logs. And the chinking, it's unbelievable. I've never seen that before. These old log walls have a story to tell us. It's the story of the American chestnut. What happened to it? Well, back in 1904, a Bronx zookeeper imported some Chinese chestnuts for his yard. They had this Asian blight, and it spread to the non-resistant American chestnut trees, and within about 10 years, it was all over for them. Well, that's where we get wormy chestnut from. The blight hit the trees, and it wasn't the blight itself that caused these wormholes. The blight just split the bark, and the little beetles and the worms got into the tree itself, tunneled and burrowed, and by the time that they realized that the American chestnut was dying, they were harvesting it because the wood was still solid, but it had all these wormholes in it. And that's pretty much the only chestnut I have ever seen. It's pretty valuable, actually, if you can still find it. So to see chestnut logs without wormholes dates it. So if you're ever out buying old furniture and you say, hey, that looks like chestnut wood, it doesn't have wormholes, you know you're looking at something that's at least 100 years old. Can you imagine what the forest would have looked like, though? Because on the eastern United States, in the woodlands, 1 out of every 4 trees was an American chestnut. And they were monsters. They grew 100 feet tall, sometimes up to 26 feet in diameter. Because they were so big, they blocked sunlight from hitting the forest floor. That kept undergrowth down. Now, if you want to go walk through the middle of the mountains today, you're going to have your work cut out for you. Undergrowth is thick. It wouldn't have been like that 200 years ago. I always wondered about the settlers that first came to these mountains and what a daunting task it must have been to move through these mountains, especially when you're trying to go a place where there isn't already a road or a trail. Well, maybe not as daunting as what we think. With these massive chestnuts everywhere, the forest floor would have been much more wide open. Now, as much as I would love to see the American chestnut and what the forest looked like back then, I'm probably not going to get the chance in my lifetime. But hope is not lost. Right now, scientists are trying to cross the American chestnut with the Chinese chestnut, which is blight resistant. And they're having some success. So it may just be possible that our children or grandchildren might once again see forest with these beautiful giants growing in them. All right, first old find. I kind of came out here to where these bushes have been cleared. Maybe that'll keep some people off this ground. And I think that's a rains guide. What do you think? Not sure on that one. Well, there's a good sign. 1953 maybe. Wheat scent just laying right there under the surface. So maybe they missed something else. All right, definite lack of high tones. That's all right. I'm digging some mid-tones. What do we got there? Some sort of canicle, but I can't tell what kind. Ooh, V-nickel. Check it out. I see an 18 and I see some stars. All right. Right beneath the surface, too. Little silver sniffers miss some good stuff, don't they? Oh, look at the back of that thing. Holy smokes. I know you coin people are just going crazy right now. Why are you rubbing it? Oh, check it out. 18, maybe 85. Awesome. Very cool. Well, old Yeller's doing pretty good. All the way down in the bottom of that pea gravel right there. Got a pocket knife. Got a little badge on it. I always like trying to check them. I think it does say something. I'll see if I can get what's on that off of that. Excuse me. Cool find though.